Watch part 1 first. I can't. Chat. If the rule was just whack under quotidian relatable conditions, I would crash out. I would go on a big rant. It would be funny. I'd be butthurt. I don't want anyone to feel bad, including Spike. I'm just trying in a situation where you're nonplussed in life. You know what? We're going to talk. This is going to be like a bigger life lesson. All right. Hold on. Give me the fish. Okay. I need to chill out. In life, when you find yourself so utterly baffled that by all of your assumptions for society, for people, for intentions, when you're trying to just make sense of a situation that has arisen in your life, friend, you a thing that you should do to attempt to empathize, to attempt to like find rational catharsis in response to the stimulus, the environmental conditions, is to try to put yourself in the situation and kind of reach the same outcome and then evaluate based on that. You know what I mean? Like if someone says something that hurts you and you'd be like, I can't possibly understand why they would say that. Try to make it make sense. Be like, okay, well, I guess maybe if I was them, I would be trying to like fit in the group, and that would cause me to make like a joke that I wouldn't normally be making, which means that I don't have a good barometer for like how it's going to land. And that poor judgment might respond in them saying the thing that made me feel bad. Right. And then you kind of gain an understanding and an empathy, right? So I'm looking at this rule and I'm thinking, okay, we played around to this game all together. We saw how things are flowing. We saw the rate of conveyance of information. We saw the rule that was selected was there's two shapes, right? And then this is the rule that you choose, right? This is, I'm trying to think, what is like the frame of mind that could make this possibly, could you imagine if we did dot matrix, by the way? Dot matrix, and it would be like, oh, the game of life, if you weight the presence of the pieces based on like the colored dot that they are, and then whether or not it results in infinite oscillation or whether it fizzles, right? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a skill issue. Maybe the person is so transcendently mathematical in their mind that this is like tractable, right? But then I think, hold on. I used to do like number theory and like competitive maths. Wait, I guess you could derive some heuristics, right? Because if there's any factor of 2, then this isn't going to be possible. Maybe that's why there's no red. Same with yellow, right? Because then it ends in either... It ends in 5 or 0. Yeah? Dude, the only information you have is these things. I can't. I take it back. It could have been 7, but then it... And then it... How did you even guess this, man? It's impossible to disambiguate between red and yellow. Red for Fred Flintstone. I did the math for all the cones and saw the pattern. I can't draw again. Just get your normal layer. Go back to your normal layer. If you can't draw, go off of a text layer and back onto your drawing layer. If he said red was 5, yellow is 2, I would accept it. This turns into group theory? Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I think I'm gonna have a stroke. Okay, hold on. I did skip the part where everyone reacted to the rule. BRB getting Thai food, but at least now the channel points are rolling. Lamau, WTF, question marks. Is this a La Balloon moment? This is worse than anything Opanker has ever done. Honestly, correct. Holy ban. This is Zoli. Also, remember how when we said you should be able to determine the validity of the thing based on a glance? Did Opronker get on an alt for this? Delete this man's whole account. Holy ban. How the fuck did you get that? Can I have my 2 hours back? Unfollow if you don't at least TO for a week. Goodbye, Spike. All of you need to touch grass. Opronker, is that you? Ban everyone. Ban, bruh. Uninstall the Twitch servers from Earth. That's kind of cringe. Where's Spike on the alignment chart now? I think Spike is off the alignment chart now. In before Icely video about me. Icely baiting I can't. I just did another crash out. Spike, you already have bad karma from Zombie. It's a math theorem. WTF, I'm gonna take off my feather falling boots. That's so good. This, in contrast to Toto's, is like draw the rest of the fucking owl. This is a good laugh. How does solo 3 blue work there? Blue is 3. So 3 to the 3 is 27. So it ends in a 7. Another question, Spike, how the fuck did you think of this 20 seconds after the... That's the other thing! 24-hour stream penultima Zendo mashup. It's multiplied. It isn't summed. Don't worry, I was struggling with it for a minute. Spike getting a lecture live on stream is wild. I expected this from NL, but not from Semet. That does make more sense. I did another crash out, realizing we skipped penultima with this. I'm also crashing out, realize... I think it's not unreasonable to have expected that it didn't take 4 hours. I guess 3 hours, but that's still too many hours. This rule feels familiar to me. This is crazy. This guy maths. Not gonna lie, if you solve that equation, you get random bullshit. Semet, where's your VODs channel so we can get the zombie footage juxtaposed with this one? Semet the Turk VODs, all caps. I still haven't uploaded everything. Nothing is lost. Everything is going on there. I swear on Spike's life. And I know how that sounds. The rule, literally the halting problem. I also have a lesson for anyone who wants to be master. You can change the rule. Yeah, you can retroactively change the rule too. Imagine if the hint was Conway. I've done this sort of math before. Oh boy, you missed out. This is great and all, but can we play cookie clicker with the stroke milestone in the bottom right of the screen? As soon as you realized it was too hard, you should have changed. Same for 5, mod 10. I just realized it's impossible to disambiguate. Every 3 times 7 ends in 1 and can be ignored? Yeah, you just got to think about that. Irrelevant. This turns into group theory. You clearly can change the rule. I mean, yeah, if no one's gonna know the difference because you make it simpler, but it still follows all the guesses are still correct, then of course you can. This can be simplified with no red or yellow. Of course you saw a pattern. This equation can be solved in mod 10. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Toto was busy coding a Zendo genius AI. Any guess is correct if for all the koans evaluates the same as the real rule. Functionally equivalent stuff cannot be disproven and must be accepted. I will explain. The frame of mind is that I think my puzzles are easier than they are. Could have had 3 amazing penultimate today and we did this. I think we could have had 1. I don't know if there's ever been a day we did more than 1 penultima. Unless you mean the times. I'm sorry, putting into a calculator is on glance. I used a calculator. Of course you saw a pattern. To be fair, I did say he could stop this and do penultima. I didn't want to stop playing the game. We did all of this. The game was so playable. Playing the game wasn't the problem. That was delightful. This was a very unique experience and I'm very happy that we did it. Look at all the fun times that we had. It was slightly marred by the fact that we were tilting at windmills and the windmills were spike and also aggressive. I told you to make it simple. Only good thing is you said it was hard. I would have much rather watched that instead. Number of blues, greens mod 4 is 3. Blues minus greens mod 4, 3. That's how it works. Crazy that we were close to that. In the board game version, it includes rule examples. One of the hardest examples is the koan contains more blue than red. I will give hints if everyone goes and no one gets the rule. The if in that statement is really funny in hindsight. That is hilarious. Are we doing another round? No.